Namaste students. Today I am going to discuss about the topic canning and canning principle and processes. Canning is a process by which a food is preserved. It is a method of preservation of food in some sealed containers. Some sealed containers are used so that the food can be preserved for a longer time, and it is mostly used for the food that are acidic in nature. Mostly it is used for the acidic uh, food, and mostly the canning is conducted in some jars of glasses and steel. So they are canned, and most in the recent years the canned food are in most demands. The food that are canned include the low acidic food, which pH is between 5 to 6.8. Acidic food whose pH value range from between 4.5 to 3.7, and the high acidic food whose pH is approximately 3.7 to 2.3, such as pickled products. So they are mostly preserved using the canning method. Principle of canning is that destruction of spoilage microorganisms within a container by means of heat. This canning process is conducted after the food is already pasteurized or the food is sterilized. So it is a step after sterilization. The canning process, this is the complete process of the canning, which involves the first selection of the fruits or vegetable or food material. That is first the selection, which is the material we need to select. After that, we go to the grading system. The selected food and vegetables are graded according to size and color to obtain uniform quality. And it is actually done by both hand or by machines. The next step is washing. The washing is conducted so the particles are mostly dust free or contamination free. So this is the washing required for the purification of the uh, food material, and 1 gram of soil may contain 1012 spores of the microorganisms. So the washing is the must one of the most important thing, because the dust particles contains more and more bacteria and fungi. So the first step that need to be done for the preservation is the washing. Next, after washing, the food material is peeled out. And the peeling is conducted by the hand peeling, steam peeling, mechanical peeling, or live peeling. The mechanical peeling is conducted by using the some machines. After that, the food material is cut into pieces using the hand or some other methods. After that, the blanching is conducted. Blanching is the method by which the food material is heated in steam conditions for 2 to 5 minutes, and after that we cool the food material. This is used for the removal of all of the undesired microorganisms and removal of number of microorganisms to approximately 99%. Blanching is followed by the cooling. Immediately after cooling, after blanching, we cool the food material so that the food material cannot get disturbed due to heating. All the nutrients may remain in the food material, so we conduct the cooling. After that, we conduct the filling. Filling is the process by which the cans are filled by the food material, and before filling we uh, Wash the cans. We sterile the cans hot with the hot water, or we sterile the cans using the sterilization process, autoclaving, whatever the process we can follow. After filling, we cover the food material, syrup, juices. That is the process called the syruping or brining. This is the process. The brining of or syruping is the process by which the syrup or brine is filled and headspace left inside range from the 0.32 to 4.47. Headspace means suppose that this is the space and the headspace means this is the space. This is the open and this is the headspace uh, from where we must not fill the material upward. जो जो बॉटल है उसके ऊपर तक इसको भरा नहीं जाना चाहिए, ये इसको हम बोलते हैं हेड स्पेस। जहाँ तक बॉटल का माउथ होता है उससे नीचे की जो स्पेस होती है जहाँ तक हम फूड मटेरियल भरते हैं उसको हम बोलते हैं हेड स्पेस। After that, exhausting is conducted. Exhausting is the process of removal of air from can, and after filling and leading or cleansing, exhausting is very essential because air must be removed. How and why? What are the reasons we conduct the exhausting? It is used for the corrosion of template and pinholing during storage of. It minimizes the discoloration of by preventing the oxidation, and it helps in better retention of vitamin, particularly vitamin C. It prevents building of cans when stored in hot climate or high altitude. It reduces the chemical reaction between the container and the contents because the container, if the air is present, the container, the whatever the material is, for example, if the tin is there, then the tin container can contact with the contents of the food material, go, which can disrupt the composition of the food material, and it prevents the development of excessive pressure and strain during the sterilization. The exhausting is conducted in two ways: thermal exhausting and mechanical exhausting. After exhausting, sealing is conducted, and the cans are sealed by means of some can sealer. In jar or glass jar, rubber ring is placed between the mouth of the jar. For example, if we want to prepare the wine uh, in the jars, then after completing all the things, the jar is sealed back and the rubber is placed on the uh, rubber ring is placed on the cover on the cover of the glass jar so that it can be sealed. During sealing, the temperature should not fall below 74 degrees centigrade. That is the most important thing because if the temperature will fall, the contamination can be found in the process. After that, we process the food. Heating of food for preserving is known as the processing. It means it is used for the killing of the bacteria after the canning process, and the can must be processed immediately after the closing. It is the heating process by which we heat the food material within the cans, and the vegetative bacteria are killed at 80 degrees centigrade. Spore forming bacteria are killed at 110 degrees centigrade, and some destroying of spores is conducted at 121 degrees centigrade for 3 minutes. We are conducting 121 degrees centigrade for 3 minutes because the food material may also not get disturbed. So this is the process of processing for heating. After processing, we immediately transfer the food material to cooling. The food material is cooled so that the food material may not lose its active uh, ingredients. If the active ingredients of the food are lost, the food is not of no use. Then the food material is stored for a longer time and preserved in a particular temperature. Mostly the wooden cases are used for the storage of the food material in the cardboard cartons, and the food material is stored for a longer time. Sometimes the high temperature also provided before storage, but during storage we must avoid the high temperature. The shelf life, so that the shelf life of the food is increased, and the mostly the storage is conducted at the room temperature or at the cooling temperature. So the process is complete. And what are the conditions by which the food which is present in the canned food is spoiled? Soft soil, a can that is bulged on both ends but not so tightly that the end can't be pushed in somewhat with a thumb press. That is the soft soil. Hard soil, a can that is so tightly bulged on both ends that the ends can't be pressed in. So that is the hard soil. Flipper, a can whose end normally looks flat but flips out. Springer, a can with one end bulged out with sufficient pressure, this end will flip in. Nickel, a can with a crack or hole in the container that has accused leakage. That these are the regions of the spoilage of food in the can. These are the examples of canned food, and these are the regions of the spoilage of the canned food. So this is the example of soft, tight, and these are the regions of the soft food which are preserved in the canning, and they are destroyed by these unbalanced canning process, undesired and the bad canning process. The containers for packaging of canned food is mostly tin containers, because tin cans are made of thin steel plate of low carbon content, and they are mostly preferred for the canning process. And the second is aluminum canning, which are second one that are important for the canning, and they are the second largest group of containers used for the canning process. So these metals are mostly preferred. So today we have discussed about the canning. Our lecture is over here. Thank you very much.